Israel formally declared war on Hamas after the Islamist militant group launched a surprise assault on Israeli soil, resulting in over 600 Israeli casualties. This marked a major military operation in Gaza and led to the deadliest day in decades for the nation-state of Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has promised retaliation. He has declared war on Hamas, anticipating a long and challenging conflict. Meanwhile, Hamas has fired thousands of rockets into Israel, causing significant damage, including in Tel Aviv, and conducted attacks on Israeli territory, including civilian targets, and also took hostages.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responding to Hamas, saying that, quote, Israel will settle the score. In Washington, congressional leaders and President Biden both condemned the attack. Mr. Biden spoke by phone Saturday with Netanyahu and addressed the nation, offering full U.S. support.
As Israelites, it's crucial not to align ourselves with any political factions. Our focus is on observing and getting ready for the great day of the Most High. In my previous videos, I made it clear that we are not waiting for the arrival of an Antichrist or two witnesses, as these things have already occurred. According to the prophetic calendar, the next event is the impending war. To gain a complete understanding of the war, which I believe may already be underway, let's read Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day passes chaff, before the fierce day of the Most High come upon you, before the day of the Most High's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Most High, all you meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Most High's anger. In Zephaniah chapter 2, verses 1 through 3, the prophet Zephaniah calls for the nation of Israel, described as the nation not desired, to gather together. We are the nationality that many do not sympathize with and are unwilling to help. This gathering is urged before a decree is triggered and before the day of the Most High's anger arrives, a time characterized by Elohim's fierce wrath. This is the reason for my emphasis for the children of Israel to concentrate on making connections and establish communities for the purpose of separating themselves from Babylon. His people are admonished to seek the Most High, particularly those who are meek and have followed Elohim's instructions and his judgments, i.e. his commandments. They are instructed to pursue righteousness and humility, with the implication that doing so may provide them protection and concealment during the day of Elohim's anger. The passage conveys a sense of urgency and warning, urging the nation to repent and to turn to righteousness, living to avoid Elohim's judgment. Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 9. Therefore as I live, says the Most High of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah, even the breeding of nettles and salt pits and perpetual desolation. The residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. In Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 9, the Most High of Israel declares judgment on Moab and the children of Ammon, comparing their forthcoming destruction in World War III to the infamous biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. When you claim that everyone can be saved, it contradicts the scriptures indicate that these nationalities will eventually be wiped out. These areas represented by Moab and Ammon will become desolate, overrun with nettles, and turn to salt pits. Furthermore, Elohim's people, the residue and the remnant, will not only spoil or take goods from Moab and Ammon, but also will possess and take over parts of their lands. Essentially, this verse conveys a prophecy of doom and destruction for the enemies of Elohim's people. Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 15. This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none besides me. How has she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in, and every one that passes by shall hiss and wag his hand. It depicts a proud and carefree city that believed itself to be invincible, but has now fallen into ruin, a cautionary tale against arrogance. You can compare that with Revelation chapter 18 verse 7. How much has she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Revelation 18:7 describes a city or entity that has indulged in luxury and glorified itself, living in decadence and pride. The city confidently sees itself as a powerful queen that is invincible and will never experience loss or sorrow. However, the verse predicts that the city will receive torment and sorrow proportional to its self-glorification and indulgence as a form of divine retribution. you realize that the city in Zephaniah and in Revelation is the same. It's Babylon, and Babylon can only be brought down by war, as a war that is described by the majority of the prophets. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, says the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Most High, and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, and from there she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Zephaniah, Isaiah, and Jeremiah are all describing the final war against Babylon. When you read Zephaniah, you will understand that the war will take place in various places, but the focal point will eventually be Babylon. To sum this all up, it is uncertain if the events in Israel will trigger World War III, because the state of Israel has had conflicts before. But this time it could be different. It is essential to be as prepared as possible. With the ongoing conflicts worldwide and the potential for escalation, it's crucial for us to focus on reading, studying, and doing all the things that we are commanded to do in the scriptures. Remember always to pray that you are counted worthy to escape all these things and to stand before the Son of Man. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.